Welcome to the Quicksilver Scientific Longevity page. What we've created here is an educational platform for our Quicksilver community to come together and learn about the concept of longevity and healthy aging. As we age, and we're aging every day, we come upon many moments where we begin to see how aging is affecting us. Whether it's a new wrinkle, a new role, a lab value suggesting the beginnings of an age-related condition, we're kind of at a crossroads, and the question arises to us: how are we going to respond to aging? Is it with passive acceptance of an inevitable decline, or with a recalcitrant defiance and a plan to hold on to our power and vibrance for decades, to radically optimize our health span? But how are we going to do this? Now, fortunately, over the last few decades, there's been a ton of research elucidating pathways and mechanisms for healthy aging and showing natural compounds that can be used to control those pathways. But there's always been two things missing. One is bioavailability, and two is systematization. So bioavailability, these small molecules, things like resveratrol, quercetin, they've been proven to work for affecting a lot of these longevity mechanisms, but they're not absorbed well. So you take a cell culture, you dump a bunch in, you put an animal there, you dump a bunch in, like taking shovelfuls of quercetin, and you get something to happen. So how are we going to make that happen at regular doses? And the key is bioavailability, uses of liposomes, nanoemulsions, microemulsions, to not only get a lot more into the body, but get it all focused into a small window of high blood levels to really tag these different targets that we're going after. So Quicksilver Scientific, that's what we do, is bioavailability. But systematization. So there's so many things that we hear of for longevity, but it's usually like, well, there's this molecule and it does these things and they make you young. But there's this molecule and they do those things and it makes you young. But we hear about so many compounds and so many claims, and it's all kind of jumbled up and it's confusing. And that's mostly because nobody's talking about the underlying mechanisms that are in play here. Now, in my roots at Quicksilver, I had to I had to systematize detoxification. Figure out the different principles, whether it's cellular, NRF2 upregulation, glutathione, bioflow. How do we get all of these principles addressed and form a complete supplementation protocol so that we really get detox working without so much symptomology? Now, when we look at longevity, we have to do the same thing. And in this fun and kind of fractal way, the whole system of detoxification is one system within the core of all of the systems of longevity. In fact, it's one of the root branches of what's going to be known as the longevity wheel. But there's not just detox, there's metabolism, sirtuins, there's a number of different key paths to optimize a holistic and powerful longevity approach. And they all need to be synthesized together. So I've developed a comprehensive age management theory that I call the longevity wheel. This is an interlocking model focused on core biochemical pathways, molecules, mechanisms that our formulas target to support the age optimization. So in a sense, this is really just how do we manage our stack of supplementation to make sure that we hit each spoke of the longevity wheel. But really, this can only work correctly in this approach of using nano deliveries to get these compounds in. So let's call ourselves age rebels. And now we have the key nutraceutical and age optimization theories to fully support longevity and improve our health span. That's what we're about here. That's what we want to do. So here, I want you to enjoy the longevity education within these pages. Get to know these different parts of the wheel. Get to know their overlap. And know that here at Quicksilver Scientific, we remain on the pulse of longevity research and dedicated to you, our empowered community. We'll bring you the best of what we have, and we will continue to develop more and better. Thank you.